Okay, so here we are. The next thing I looked at was the Revit to CNC Fabrication class. Not much there really, just basically all about, basically the only thing I really took away was, these people use the CNC, laser cutting, 3D printing, all sorts of things to create uses, to create facades, patterns and all that sort of stuff. They use, there's also a thing called Wiki House, which you can download standard designs that you can cut out. And basically the idea is that you can build something that's glue, nail and bolt less construction. And the other thing I picked up is that these people were using the Revit parameters to drive the model shape. So it's like a programmable shape family, you might say. All right, so I've got a couple of pictures here to show you. Well, actually, there's not much to show, nothing really there. Let's look at the PowerPoint. So that's their office. Show you the end product. Really, here's a few little things that they made that are basically boltless and whatever construction. It's Wiki House thing there, and that's what they demonstrated. Mainly they talked about how they built this structure here. Different designs, and there it is in real life there. Yeah, so that's that. That's a quick one. And Autodesk Revit to Reality 3D printing for the masses. It's another one I took. Autodesk has recently announced a software platform which is basically the equivalent to the Android system used on the mobile phone. So basically, it's about giving industry or people that companies that make 3D printers the necessary software to write applications that take advantage of the Autodesk software. So it's a platform that they can write their little apps on. So this will encourage more 3D printing and certainly more 3D printing out of the Autodesk software, and especially BIM. They discussed, they discussed some issues about printing, and mainly bigger models, you have to break them down in pieces and then allow dowels or voids that can be, then you can insert dowels in afterwards to sort of piece this thing together and glue it so that it becomes a bigger model. The problems are faced with printing mainly, printers can go right down to 0.3 millimeters thin, but a tall object or a wall, a long wall or whatever, it might become a bit flimsy at 0.3 millimeters. So sometimes you have to save as your model and change your wall types to something thicker just for the printing purposes. So a lot of things like that. Considerations will be whether the thing needs to be printed out to scale or not as well. So a few little things like that. So then we went off to the future of BIM collaboration. All right, so we've got actually with this one here we had a PowerPoint. I'll just see if there's anything of value there. Pedro Thorpe, Mark was the person presenting it. We missed this one. Here you go. That's really good. 3D print from Revit. Is that possible? No, it was a bit of a joke. It's a button that we may see in the future, and maybe a suggestion to Autodesk, but that would be lovely. At the moment, it's not how it happens. It goes through a difficult process of one format to another to get to a 3D printed format. So it's not as straightforward as pressing print. So a lot of considerations when printing, as I said before. So I'll leave it there. Running out of time. So next thing is the future of BIM collaboration, access to invested data. All right, Revit Skyscraper in Autodesk Cloud. Okay, so this is something that Autodesk are hoping to bring along later this year. this we've got a couple of pictures here. Maybe they will say not that one. That's let's try one of these. Yeah, basically the BIM lives in the cloud. The thing called Revit Skyscraper, because it's in the cloud, it makes it more accessible to other BIM software. And I'll just make this bigger. So we're going to have like the Skyscraper, different companies being able to work off the same model at the same time around the world. Okay, so the other one I wanted to look at was this one here. Because the BIM will be in the cloud, it makes it automatically a lot more accessible to other cloud software such as Glue, BIM 360, structural analysis, and all that sort of stuff. Alright, so that's the way where the future of BIM is heading from Autodesk's point of view. This will be able to view models and also search them. This is the new Autodesk, this is already in the new Autodesk 360. You'll be able to keep element change list as you change a model in the future, but that's a long-term thing, and you can have tasks and milestones inside the model. Alright, so look out for the Skyscraper later on this year. Glorious gadgets, we looked at the Poppy 3D images on your phone. Oculus Rift, I've got a video of that which is pretty good. TZ Facilities Management used Google Glass already, and Google Glass is in the second version, which means you can lock the screen with this one as well, which you couldn't before. People with prescription glasses can order special frames for Google Glass to clip on. And point cloud scanner prototype that plugs into your iPad. We've seen that. We also we got yeah, and converts it into different formats. What else we got? And that's, I'll show you this video. This is the video. And then we looked at the template, so that's coming up next. While we're waiting for the video to pop up, let's go to, oh, there it is, view full screen.
For a variety of issues, uses, and they're actually using this. They've got two headsets in their site office where the engineers in the weekly design team meetings are actually using the goggles to go into various peer heads, deck segments, etc. See how it's all coming together. What you're seeing there are the pre-tension tendons for 4 meter deck segments, and the pier head itself. You've got
this is the guy using the Oculus. There you go. So that was interesting to watch. I'll just get out of this for a second. Okay, so that's basically that. Then we move on to designing a template. Not everybody's cup of tea, but basically designing a template, it can become really complex, or it can be really simple if you want, but it depends on the complexity of your business. This was an international company, and also one that was over obviously over a number of different countries, including US, so they had to have an imperial template as well for every discipline, so that made this task a lot more complex. And basically what they said is, which amazed me, is that every new software that comes out, a new version, they actually create a template again from scratch, and I found that sounds very daunting to me, but that's what they do. It brings a lot of complications. You have to have version controls, you have to have people that are in charge for certain parts of the different templates. They have container sort of files, and which basically what it is a big drawing that's got stuff in it which you can't copy and paste, and we'll see a slide of that in a minute. You have to have good naming conventions, using capitals for different things, having matrices to keep track of everything, Tracking your changes, the template will never be completed. Yes, I agree with that. What else is there? Revision list, write instructions on how to create the template. All right. Try and use standard AutoCAD line weights where you can, so the transition can be done easier if people are moving from AutoCAD. What they said, they had this seed template, so they have one that for Imperial, one for metric, that is sort of the base template, and then they add to that for the different disciplines. Just whizzing right through this right now, so I'll just put in the PowerPoint here, designing a template. There's one particular slide that I want to show you. I'll just whiz through that. This shows the complexity of what they do. Is, let's see, where is it? Anyway, there you go. So you have the seed. There goes the site. Different urban design landscape. Then you have other ones that go over here for that. So that's a site template. That's a design one, and then from that you get this. Medical planning might come off that, and so on. MEP. All right. So that's Imperial one there, metric one. Yeah, it goes on. All right. And this is the container files, so that you can just pick up stuff as you need it from there. Some things are easier done that way because you just can't have families for some things as well that are accessible from the hard disk as such. Alright, so that's that. Alright,